Welcome to episode 218 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It is Saturday, people. Saturday, the 5th of June. 5th of June, 2021. I hope your week has gone well, people. Inspired by having going for walks whilst I was on holiday this week. I have been trotting about today, people. I went for a little stroll. It's not the same, people. That's something I've realised. It is not the fucking same. When you have no particular destination in mind and you are a middle-aged white guy just walking around, you basically look like a paedophile on the prowl. So, which is something I've realised, and I shall not be doing again. I thought I'd go out for a little stroll, and if you haven't got a dog with you or other people with you, you need that to verify that you're not a fucking lunatic. If you're just a normal guy, just strolling around on your own, I mean, not back and forth outside somebody else. You know, that's a bit odd. A little bit odd, people. But I thought I'd go for a walk around the park, and you just end up doing fucking circuits and looking like, you know, you're prowling. Like some sort of cat looking to do a shit or something. I don't know. Just walking around in circles. Anyway, I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air and try and keep up some sort of fitness regime. I know it's not really a fitness regime, is it? Walking. When you see people, don't you? You see, I saw women, you know, out there, big women. You know, you see big women, big men. They've got, you know, fatties. That's what I'm on about. Fatties, people. You see them, and they're walking around, and you think, you know, they're in the lycra. They're in trainers. They're in a t-shirt. They're moving the arms a lot. They move the arms a lot as if to say, look at me. I'm going to be fucking beautiful in 6 months. You're not. It doesn't work like that. You know, it doesn't. In my experience, those people just spend, you know, the rest of their lives just waddling around in lycra because they're not burning enough calories. Walking doesn't seem to do anything. Hey man, walking's good for you. So yeah, but you can't go home and then just stuff your fucking face because you've been for a walk. You know, I've seen the same people around my estate just going for a walk every day like that, and they just, you know, never happens. You know, they do that for themselves, don't they? Come on. You just want to go up to them and go, you're just doing this. You're just doing this to give you an excuse, aren't you? Just to stuff your fucking hole in your fucking, you know, below your nose. That hole there. You're just doing this to make yourself feel better about that fucking packet of chocolates that somebody normally eats, buys over Christmas, that you're going to devour in 2 hours tonight after a pizza. Anyway, hey man, they're trying. Why? I know, people. I know. Anyway, so I tried to do that today and not look like a fucking weirdo. I've got a bit of a waddle about myself at the minute as well. A little bit of the love handle thing going on there, but you know, that's one thing I found when I went on holiday and we were walking up that fucking mountain, Stroke Hill. Who knows? I didn't realise the back of my neck sweated. This is a new development for me. Suddenly the pores have come alive on the back of my fucking neck. And I was fucking sweaty. I tell you. Maybe I ought to do a little bit more walking. Or not. Or just not eat those chocolates. Hey man, stop body shaming people. They're fucking shaming themselves. You go out there in lycra, you know, showing every fucking ripple like you're a flake that's been fucking wrapped up in cling film. You can see everything. Leave nothing to the imagination there, sweetheart, will you? Oh, dear. Maybe wear a sort of flowing little number. You know, if you're going to go walking, you know, you look like a fucking cloud. I don't know. Let's have a little bit of tea anyway. Anyway, so I tried to do that and I just felt uncomfortable. That's the point I'm trying to make, people. I just felt uncomfortable walking around on my own. Because you've got no particular destination. People are looking at you going, well, has he lost his dog? Has somebody ran off and left him there? Why is he just walking around in circles? And then you have to sort of like, that's the worst thing I hate, as I said before, about like going for a walk and then you walk and then come back the same way. You've already seen it. And that's the only sort of walk you can do around here. Because there's like a country park over there. So like I went for a walk round the back and then you have to just walk back the same way and then you start passing the hello again. Get somebody trying to be your little friend, don't you? You know, somebody who's lonely, who sees you walking on your own and then they want a conversation. Morning, how are you? All right. I'm fucking depressed. That's why I'm fucking walking. I'm on my own. I'm trying to find a nice place with a tree with a fucking strong branch that can hold my fucking weight. Is that okay? I tell you how my morning's going. That's not true. That's not true, by the way. I'm not depressed. One of the few who aren't these days, I think. Anyway, let's look. One of the good things I saw, talking about holidays, holy fucking shit. This is for next year. Oh, God, fucking hell, I just lost it. I mean, I lost it on the old laptop rather than mentally speaking. We get an extra bank holiday next year here in the UK. I don't know if other countries have bank holidays. I know some people do. I know other countries do. I know America has like a fucking holiday every fucking other week for something, don't they? A national holidays, they call it out there, don't they? And I know, is it Japan or something has fucking shitloads of bank holidays, but over here we get about 3 a year, I think, 3 or 4 a year is here. But next year we get an extra one to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in 2022. So the old Queen, hello, I'm the fucking Queen. She's been on the throne 70 years. That's what you call a bad case of constipation. Here we go. The Queen's been on the old reigning over us for 70 years. So we get a 4-day bank holiday next year. So the UK will celebrate Her Majesty the Queen's. That's how you got to call her. Her Majesty the Queen. Why not just the Queen's? Is that more respectful, saying Her Majesty? 70th anniversary as monarch, 70 years. 70 years going round shaking. I wonder how many people's hands she's actually shook. How many events she's actually been to. How many fucking people dancing a tribal dance she has had to sit through. Or, you know, how many engagements she's actually had where she's just had to sit there and fucking take it. Extensive program. There's going to be an extensive program of public events which will mix traditional pageantry with hip hop. No, with cutting edge technological displays. Here we go. Get the old fireworks out. That's it, innit? Technological, cutting edge technological displays will be a laser show, I imagine. They're going to turn the country into a fucking nightclub when, as people in dress uniform are going up and down the Mall on horseback, I imagine. And that is something I long to see. The UK will celebrate Her Majesty's 70th anniversary as monarch with a blockbuster weekend of celebrations. Here we go. Get in there, UK. We got it. We got this shit. This is going to be, it is. Let's all calm down a little bit. It is Britain doing it. You know what I mean? If it was something like, if this was happening over in America, I know it wouldn't, but they would be. They say what you like. Say what you like about the Americans, but they know how to put on a fucking firework display, don't they? You just ask anyone in Kabul. Naughty. No, they know how to do that, don't they? I've been to Disney World, whichever one in Florida is. I've been there twice. Once when I was a kid, like when I was about two or three. 1980 was about 3. Don't really remember that really. There's a photo of me with Mickey Mouse. His hands a little bit too close. It was the 80s. You can get away with that. And then I went when I was 16 with my parents as well. So they know how to put on a fucking show, the old Americans, don't they? Over here, I don't know. It's like the difference. The Americans putting on a show and the British putting on a show. It's like the difference between indoor and outdoor fireworks. Isn't it? The British show is usually, like just like lighting an indoor firework. It's got a bit of spark to it, but eventually it's just going to smoulder and die. Whereas the Americans seem to go a bit over the top with that. So the May Bank Holiday weekend will be moved to Thursday, the 2nd of June. So May Bank Holiday's not in May next year. That's it. You see, it's already going pear-shaped, isn't it? Thursday, the 2nd of June, and an additional bank holiday on Friday, the 3rd of June. We'll see a 4-day weekend to celebrate Her Majesty the Queen's, they've said it again, Platinum Jubilee. The first time any British monarch has reached this historic milestone. And thank God we have now got the technology to celebrate that with a few fucking laser pens. I don't know. It will reflect on Her Majesty's reign and her impact on the UK and the world since 1952. Activity will build across 2022. Be interesting to see if Prince Andrew's mentioned. Wouldn't it? Ah, dear. Is he going to be let out? Are they going to take his iron mask off? Let him out of the tower. He's just in there now like a fucking leopard that you see in the zoo, just pacing back and forwards in a fucking iron mask. The 4-day celebrations will feature an extensive programme of events that will mix the best of British ceremonial splendour. That sounds like a few polished cannons and some horses and shit like that. And I never, it doesn't really, it's never really got me. That, you know what I mean? When you see all of the pageantry of, like things trotting at the Mall and that sort of thing, and they're dragging like cannons that they haven't used in ages, it never really gets me that, the old, it's all right, isn't it? But it just like, after a while, it starts to drag on a bit, doesn't it? It's going to be an extensive program of events. So anyway, the main thing is we get an extra fucking day's holiday, which hopefully, depending on if stand-up's back baby, and we haven't gone into another lockdown, hopefully that shouldn't affect me anyway, really. It just means more pissheads out on the weekend. That's what everybody's thinking. Because now you get your Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Do you get a Monday as well? 4-day celebrations. So it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 4 in it, 4-day weekend. So they're doing it on the... So basically, what are they moving it from the Monday to the fucking... It's going to be a bit like Easter, innit? Usually Easter, you get like Easter, Good Fridays, There's only one extra day, but people will be going out getting pissed on that Wednesday now, assuming the pubs are open, assuming we're back to normal. So people will be able to get pissed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then recover Sunday. Basically, that's it, isn't it? Wednesday night, I mean, obviously not. Put that in the diary, blank that out. Trouble with gigs. Pisshead alert at this gig. Spectacular moments in London and other major cities will be complemented by events in communities across the UK. Plans for the Platinum Jubilee are being developed in conjunction with some of the UK's leading creative minds, events organisers and world-class digital design companies. Yeah, they got fucking laser shows and fucking projectors all over that shit. They're going to light up the fucking Millennium Wheel. They'll project something on Big Ben. Is it going to be the same thing? What they ought to do is just do a giant inflatable Queen and just drag it through London. Very much the same vein as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man out of Ghostbusters. I would love to see that. You're about a mile away and you just see this big Queen sort of like bobbing up and down through London. Just the crown, just like knocking off like fucking roof tiles as it's going through. Some sort of puppeteer thing like that. Just to show how we're subjugated. That would be it, wouldn't it? Or just fucking, you know, everybody in the UK has to have a tattoo of the Queen on them. Like that. Just to show in literal terms what's happening, you know, metaphorically. In this country, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Queen, but like she's done all right, and it's all right, isn't it? You know, we get to slag her off a bit here. If somebody from other countries starts slagging her off, you get that little fucking shit in your belly, don't you? You fucking slagging our Queen off, you fucking mug. Anyway, let's have some tea. Here we go. Here's a news story. It's the old anti-maskers. We're definitely split down the middle again in this country, aren't we? Thank God Brexit's over, so like we can bring a bit of healing to the country. Oh no, here's coronavirus. We're all divided again. It'll be nice to see. It'll be interesting to see the amount of how many anti-maskers voted to leave in Brexit and how many pro-maskers voted to stay. I imagine it's pretty much the same split down the country. I don't know. There's just a certain mindset to everything, isn't there? Where people seem, hey man, this is so cool. Love wearing a mask. Anyway, this was an anti-masker. Kebab shop customer. Here we go. He's making a stand. This is the hill he's dying on, baby. Kebab shop customer 57 who threatened staff with an imitation gun when they asked him to wear a face mask is jailed for 20 months. Here we go, people. People out there think they've got mentals. We've got just as many fucking mentals as you over here, people. And we're proud of them. He must have gone to the shop with the imitation gun. Surely, mustn't he? He must have prepared for this. Paul Griffiths, 57, brandished the CO2-powered paintball-type gun at... See, this is the sort of level of, you know, it's a fucking paintball gun. There's people, if you're listening in from America and you've just, you know, read the news about the latest fucking gun crime here, we're still using paintball guns over here, people. You get a nasty fucking welt on your face. You let me in here without a mask on, or you're going to get a nasty fucking lump on the top of your head. And maybe a little bit of paint dribbling in your eyes. How'd you like that? Paul Griffiths, 57, brandished CO2-powered paintball-type gun at Star. He entered Rhondda Takeaway, Welsh. There's lovely. In Ystrad, I've said that wrong, South Wales. Why can't they just? On November the 5th last year, Griffiths of Ystrad, I know I fucking said that wrong. I know, people, but, oh, we're so proud of our culture. Nobody gives a... Outside of Wales, nobody speaks fucking Welsh. You're not going to communicate. Keep your little secrets to yourself, do you, Welsh people, with your own little language? Yeah. Pleaded guilty to possess his imitation firearm in public place. Also pleaded guilty to possessing a prohibited weapon and cannabis and cannabis production. He wasn't doing that, was he? A furious kebab shop customer who threatened staff with an imitation gun after he was asked to wear a face mask has been jailed. After he was asked to wait outside by staff at the fast food restaurant at about 10:15 p.m. on November the 5th last year. Fireworks night, and there were fireworks. Footage showed the maskless customer drawing the imitation weapon. The ironic thing about it was, if he drew the weapon and he was wearing a mask, they probably wouldn't know who it was. That is commitment. Say what you like about this guy. That is commitment to being an anti-masker, isn't it? Where the fact you brandish an illegal weapon at people and you still don't put on a mask to hide your identity. Fair play to him. It's a damn rare thing these days that somebody stands by their convictions. This guy's done it. Footage showed the maskless customer drawing the imitation weapon from his pocket and pointing at staff in the store before being arrested by Southway. What did he do? Do that and then fucking hang around? What did he do? Wait for them to fucking... following the arrest, police... He's fucking old as well. Jesus, yeah. He's like an old boy wearing one of those fucking tie-dye. He looks fucking hard when he brings it out. Ugh. He does, yeah, fucking hell. He brandishes it. To be fair to him, the staff didn't go. He looks like an old boy. He looks like an old boy casually standing at the thing, and as soon as he gets the guns out, his gun out, the fucking thing. Jesus Christ. What did he want? What was he ordering that was... brandished the imitation weapon at staff. Magistrates at Merthyr Tydfil heard a customer and delivery driver dive behind the counter in fear they would be shot during the incident. The driver then managed to run out the back of the shop and call 999. In the emergency call, he was heard as saying, "We've got a guy pulled a gun out on us in the Rhondda takeaway in Wystad." This old gentleman, the shop owner's with him out there. He's fucking old. I mean, he's obviously gone there for a reason, hasn't he? To make a point. He's got an illegal firearm. Well, CO2-powered paintball gun. I imagine you're not allowed that in the streets. That's just for paintballing, I imagine. And he's pulled that out because they won't serve him some fucking chips on fucking fireworks night. Who takes a paintball gun out on fireworks night? I don't know. People in Wales, obviously. Fair play to him, though. He is committed to that by not wearing a mask, not hiding his identity. What a fucking idiot. They've turned up with fucking... The police turned up. The police turn up with massive fucking guns and he's got a paintball gun. That's at the point you got to realise you're outmanned a little bit, innit? Fuck me. What a fucking idiot. I tell you what, I'm going to fucking take you all down. You'll all be covered in yellow dots. You keep your fucking distance or you're going to get a fucking bit of a bruise and a fucking yellow mark on you. I'm going to ruin that fucking uniform with yellow paint if you don't keep your fucking distance. Oh dear. Let's end on something that's exciting. It's a bit of reminiscing here. He says, drinking tea. This is something like that. It seems like a publicity stunt. And the plane seems... this is some United Airlines plans supersonic passenger flights by 2029. I thought that had all stopped with Concorde when that, you know. I know it crashed and shit, but surely US airline United has announced plans to buy 15 new supersonic airliners and return supersonic speeds to aviation in the year 2029. It looks exactly like Concorde, the plane. Supersonic passenger flights. Didn't that crash and that's what killed Concorde, wasn't it? Yeah, Air France, wasn't it? In 2000. Till the crash, Concorde had been considered amongst the world's safest airlines. Yeah. The crash was direct cause of the end of the aircraft's career. We all crash and burn at the end of our career, baby. If that is not a metaphor for any of us doing anything creative. Supersonic passenger flights ended in 2003 when Air France and British Airways retired Concorde. The new Overture aircraft will be produced by a Denver-based company called Boom. Jesus Christ, you don't want to fucking... An airline company. They don't sound very optimistic to me. I'm just, a Denver-based aircraft building company called Boom. So when that crashes at some point in the future, at the end of its career, well, it's all in the name. Who's going to build this new supersonic aircraft? Boom. They're going to... Jesus fucking Christ. Are they just giving terrorists ideas of sneaking bombs on there? United's deal is conditional on the new aircraft meeting safety standards. Well, I assume from the looks of it, it's got like the pointy nose. It looks exactly with the same profile as fucking Concorde. So I imagine it's just an updated version of Concorde. It is quite cool though. Supersonic flight, an altitude of 60,000 feet. That means flying faster than 660 miles per hour. A typical passenger jet may cruise at 560, but Overture is expected to reach speeds of 1,122 miles per hour, also known as Mach 1.7. Say what you like about that, but it does look fucking cool. There are two major concerns with supersonic passenger travel: noise and pollution. Well, that's going to go down well, isn't it? Just as we're reaching the pinnacle of what this planet can take due to CO2 emissions, allegedly, whether you believe that or not, I personally do. Hey man, climate change doesn't exist. Are you sure about that? Because there seems to be an awful lot of smog in London. And an awful lot of cars on the road. You know what I mean? The two major concerns, it says, I've said that, noise and pollution. So now, when we're reaching the apex, the pinnacle, the zenith, if you will, of what this planet can take CO2-wise, we're fucking... Somebody in the US has gone, fuck it. We need to get about faster. Fuck the pollution. Fuck the pollution. We want a supersonic aircraft. Can supersonic travel really be sustainable? Yeah, that was one of the things, about the why Air France. Air France never made any money off it. How the fuck? I don't understand how the fuck it cannot... Surely you... budget, not everyone's going to be able to afford it, but Concorde and that is for the fucking super rich, isn't it? It always was. Everybody knew that. Surely you just boost up the ticket prices on there. Although, I suppose these days, if you're, if you've got the money to fly on Concorde and pay those sort of prices, you're just going to have a private jet anyway, aren't you? Really, unless you need that's the only thing. What I saw with Concorde and that, it takes what, I don't know, London to New York. What's that? London, New York. Flight time. Is what? 6 hours, is it? 7 hours, 50 minutes. That's it. So what was it with Concorde? London, New York flight time. Concorde. 2.5. 3 hours. About 3 hours. So you split. Concorde's fastest transatlantic crossing was on the 7th of February 1996 when it completed New York to London flight. So it's about 3.5 hours. And a 747. Oh. How long does it take 747 to fly to New York? 4 hours and 56 minutes. So that's like 5 hours. 5 hours. So you're looking at 5-6 hours. So it like splits the time in half. About half, right? Who needs to save 3 hours, really? Who's in that much of a desperate state? Holy shit. Hey man, if I don't get to New York in 3 hours, this deal's over. Can we not just do it by Zoom? Man, you need to be here. I want to see your fucking face and your fucking sweat in front of me. Can we not just do this over Zoom and then email that? I was about to say fax then. I'll email the documents over to him. You sign them, scan them, and then email them back. You fucking piece of what are you, some sort of piece of shit? I want to see you in front of it. You don't need to travel that fast anymore, do you? You got Zoom calls that you can do. You got fucking email where you can scan shit and send it back. And then you just go, oh, well, that's the documents as they are. I'll get you the real documents out there. I want to see your fucking pen, you motherfucker. I want to see what fucking pen you're using. Dodgy New York accent there. I don't know, man. I can't. It's exciting and quite futuristic and that sort of thing, isn't it? Well, like futuristic. Venus has got the same design that they designed in the 70s, by the looks of it. But I just can't see it being a viable option. If you got the money, you'd just take a fucking private jet, wouldn't you? Oh, Benny Boy would, that's for sure, baby. What are we on? 32 minutes, people. That was episode 218 of the Ben Briggs podcast. If you want to contact me at all, it is podcast@benbriggs.co.uk. I will be back on Tuesday, motherfuckers. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll speak to you then. Take care.